I want to talk to you about Smartsheet versus Trello business plan software. So if you're interested in this topic, here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about Trello versus Smartsheet business plan software, I want you to first think about the fact that basically when we talk about Trello or Smartsheet, those two are primarily project management tools. You can think about project management or work automation. You can think about the work allocation within your teams, and whether you are working on as a solopreneur or as a member of a team, actually, which is tasked with creating a business plan, you will love Trello or Smartsheet. Let's quickly talk about the details here. One thing I want to say here is that when you think about Trello, I want you to think about a task management software tool. In other words, you have a platform or a software tool that allows you to actually insert efficiency in your business plan creation programs. And what I want to say about Trello here is that Trello is a cloud-based project management software solution designed for all business sizes. So are you a small business? Are you a mid-sized business? Are you a large enterprise? You will find Trello really interesting for your business plan creation, business plan coordination, and business plan, let's say, review activities. And Trello is known for its systems of boards and cards that shows project progress in one view. And users can make an unlimited number of boards that actually represent projects and lists to represent actually a project stages. So within lists are cards that display tasks, and this drag and drop elements keep everyone updated and eliminate the need for status update meetings. This is really good. And the thing is that users can comment, attach files, and add mentioned colleagues with ease. The product comes with desktop and mobile apps that allow for on-the-go use with iOS and Android devices. So if you want to use a Trello for your business plan creation work streams, fantastic. Okay, what about Smartsheet? Well, Smartsheet provides businesses with a very innovative way to collaborate on projects in real time from any browser or device. And Smartsheet combines the use of spreadsheets with automated workflow capabilities, collaborative file sharing, and visual timeline management. And businesses that work with spreadsheets find the product familiar, and easy to use while powerful and customizable. Smartsheet is designed to execute plans and complete projects with speed and accountability thanks to work automation, Gantt charts, and a user-friendly interface. So those two tools, Trello and Smartsheet, are really great for business plan creation, coordination, review, and so on and so forth. But I'll go in the details here. There are some differences. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let me talk to you about the features that you can expect to enjoy within Trello versus Smartsheet business plan software. So let's talk about some of the features here. First of all, you have project management and tracking. So if you're talking about business plan creation, business plan coordination, business plan review, and so in correlation to project management and tracking, users can invite an unlimited number of users to any project who can communicate directly with each other within the board. They can actually comment for feedback, attach files, and mention colleagues with a few clicks. And this is really cool. And what we talk about, so again, I'm talking here about Trello, by the way. I should have said that. I'm talking about Trello here. And so Trello is a top choice among businesses because of the project management and tracking features. You also have a visual organization tool. The software, I'm talking here about Trello business plan software, among others, has 3 elements for team collaboration. They have boards, cards, and lists. And members of boards can drag and drop lists and cards to reflect project progress and upload files directly from Google Drive, Dropbox, and Box. You also have power-ups and integrations within Trello. Fantastic. Power-ups enable users to perform tasks without leaving the system. This is really good in terms of efficiency and productivity. And users can actually create and move cards from their email thanks to the product's email integration. Its seamless integration with other apps makes project completion simpler and eliminates the need for switching between apps. This is kind of important because if you are working on a complex business plan project, you don't want to switch between gazillion of apps, you love that you would love to have things centrally organized, and this is something that Trello actually adds to the table. I mean, brings to the table. Okay, you also have reasonable time frames, so users will not miss deadlines because of Trello's Power Up calendar that shows tasks with shorter deadlines. And so this feature can be activated by triggering the iCal feed from the current calendar app. So this is really cool in terms of, especially if you are working on a multi-team and multi-deadline business plan, I would say project, you want to use this iCal feature. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Smartsheet versus Trello business plan software. Now, I want to talk to you about Smartsheet, okay? So when you think about Smartsheet, I want you to think about a tool that provides project management services through a constellation of features. And you can use those features to actually power up your business plan creation, business plan coordination, business plan review activities within your company. So let's first talk about, you have a secure platform deployment. So Smartsheet has single sign-on capabilities and security and user management features with scalable administrative controls. This is important because you might be thinking, well, why do I need all of this? Well, if your team is scattered across the globe, you want to have this sort of single sign-on capability is really great, and also the security. And both end users and administrators share permissions to help protect their information and stay in control. Admin can approve external domains, restrict integrations, and handle internal standards. This is really cool. You also have real-time visibility, so users can access real-time information and make educated business decisions using Smartsheet sites and live reports. So these reports are actually configurable and can be highlighted without technical support to enable users to respond to trends immediately. So when you think about it, this is really cool. And one thing I want to say also is that businesses can protect their information while assigning tasks to vendors and giving status updates to clients in real time. So talking about efficiency and flexibility, this is really, really interesting. And we also love within Smartsheet, we love what they call shared workspaces. So Smartsheet offers shared workspaces for secure user collaboration. And so teams can share files and folders with internal teams, partners, and clients. And again, this is kind of cool because if you have some sensitive data that you want to share within your business plan work streams, you can actually invite specific teams and specific departments or specific users to sort of to the shared workspace for data sharing. Okay. You also have alerts and reminders. So the software automatically sends daily reminders whenever changes are made and deadlines are approaching. And users can see previous data of any cell along with the member who made the changes. And sheets can be updated from within the email without logging into the system. Fantastic. Let's talk about pricing here. So when we talk about Trello versus Smartsheet business plan software, what are we talking about in terms of pricing? I want you to look, I'm going to show back to back the pricing strategies that you need to think about here. When you think about Trello, I want you to look on the screen right now. Here is the pricing model for Trello as of the date of this show. So basically you can see that we have a quartet of pricing tiers. We have four pricing tiers. We have the free, the standard, the premium, and the enterprise. Obviously, Trello wants you to really go with the premium. That's where the juice is at, depending on Trello. But what they're saying is that the premium is for teams that need to track and visualize multiple projects in several ways, including boards, timelines, calendars, etc. And this, in our research, this is actually really good. It's actually really true. You don't need the enterprise plan, really. If you are a small to medium-sized team, you will go with the premium. That's fine. So that's for Trello, right? Now let's talk about Smartsheet here. So you can see on the screen here that Smartsheet also has a quartet of pricing tiers. You have the free, the pro, the business, and the enterprise. Right off the bat, you can see that Smartsheet appears to be a little more expensive than Trello. Okay, because if you look at the mid-tier, not even the mid-tier, well, we have four pricing tiers here, so you can't really have a mid-tier. But what I want to say here is that when you look at the Smartsheet's business tier, If you compare that to the premium tier, that it's like more than double. Like the premium tier for Trello is like $10 per user, whereas the premium tier for the business tier for Smartsheet is $25. So you can see right off the bat that Trello is much more affordable than Smartsheet. So Smartsheet offers a four-tier pricing plan: free, pro, business, and enterprise. The thing is, when you go with the free and the pro plan, those two provide email support, 10 sheets, 5 reports, 1 dashboard, and a mobile app. The business plan has email and phone support, 100 sheets per user, unlimited collaborators, reports and dashboards, and a mobile app. The enterprise plan is customizable by contacting the vendor directly. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Smartsheet versus Trello, business plan software. Let me talk to you about integrations. It's really important to understand that if you're comparing Trello to a Smartsheet in terms of business plan software, you gotta have the right integrations out. You gotta integrate to the right third-party apps. Otherwise, your business plan coordination or business plan creation is not going to work. So if you were to go with Trello, you got to be aware of certain integrations that the software currently supports. So Trello integrates with other apps such as Google Drive, Slack, WordPress, Google Docs, Salesforce, and Evernote, among others, of course. Here I'm giving you some of the most prominent ones. So you got to ask yourself, the names that I've just listed here, are you currently using some apps at all? Okay. Because at the end of the day, if you are going to go with Trello, you better make sure that Trello integrates pretty well with the tools that you currently use with your existing tech stack. Otherwise, it will be a nightmare because you're going to have to actually log into several programs, and your team has to log into several programs. And this is going to slow down the business plan creation, coordination, review, and anything around this business plan creation will be really slowed down. One thing I want to say is that you always have the option of integrating whatever apps you're working on through Zapier, for instance. If you do not want to worry about having all the tools that you have, but it's just a lot better if Trello natively integrates with the third-party apps that you currently use. So this is one of those things where you have to actually do a little bit of research before actually having Trello. The best way to do this is to contact Trello before actually doing anything. So do not actually contact Trello simply because you want to get the enterprise plan. No, you want to contact them for due diligence. You want to ask questions. You want to read reviews. Go on review boards. Go on Trustpilot. Go on so you want to read as much as possible to make sure you're getting the right product. Trello can really integrate with many apps out there, but you just want to do your research and make sure that you have the latest and the best of information. Let's talk about Smartsheet. So when we talk about integrations, what are we talking about here? Now, Smartsheet works with apps like Clipfolio, Harvest, Google Drive, Google Calendar, GitHook, and Easy Insights. Here, I'm going to give you the same advice that I gave you for Trello. You want to make sure you do your research first. You have to understand Smartsheet is actually a spreadsheet-oriented sort of project management tool. So, first of all, you got to ask yourself, can your team actually use other tools, or does your team use other tools right now? And are those tools integratable, if you will, with Smartsheet? One thing I want to say here is that you can always use Zapier also to actually sort of create the connector between Smartsheet and the third-party tools that you like to integrate to. But you got to have that integration. There's no if, but, or and. You got to really have it, because otherwise, again, you're going to spend your time actually that you're going to waste your time going from one browser or one program to another. And one thing that we have also seen is that Smartsheet actually tends to scale pretty well. And the thing is, if you have multiple programs and you can't really scale really well, then we have a problem And again, your whole business plan creation, coordination, and review project will slow down because your teams will be spending time actually scrambling between program to program to sort of have what's really working. And one thing that's very interesting here is that Trello does integrate also with Smartsheet. Yes, Trello does integrate with Smartsheet, so not a problem. If they are constantly working on that integration, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. The last time we checked, it was effective. So Trello doesn't integrate, but if it doesn't, you can always again go through the connector that I just told you about. You can go through the Zapier connector to sort of get things done. But at the end of the day, you have to really pay attention to what your team currently uses as within its tech stack and what your organization needs are, because you have to really also make sure that from a scalability point of view, whatever tool you go with, or whether it is Trello or Smartsheet, you have to really project yourself 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, or even 10 years from now to see whether or not the infrastructure will still be the same, that you can actually replicate whatever work streams you're currently working in. Because remember, when we talk about business plan creation, coordination, or review, this is primarily a very collaborative ecosystem. You want to preserve that ecosystem no matter the size that your business actually will have at some point in the future. So what is the verdict here? What is our verdict? So basically, when we think about Smartsheet versus Trello, business plan software, which one should you really go for, right? It's one of those things where you have to think deep about features, the number of users, the prices, and also the scalability potential. The cool thing is that those two tools are pretty great, okay? Trello and Smartsheets are at the top of the competition among project management software solutions because they automate work and make real-time collaboration possible. They have features that allow teams to communicate and break geographic barriers, so your team can actually be anywhere in the world and they will be able to work on their business plan, coordination, and creation projects, not a problem. And users can view projects with ease and get real-time updates. However, these products have differences that are worth considering when purchasing your software products. So one thing I want to say here is that Trello uses Kanban boards, while Smartsheets uses spreadsheets. Kanban boards are easier to manipulate because of drag and drop features, but spreadsheets are suitable for teams that work with figures. Trello's freemium plan is beneficial to starting companies and individual users who need simple task lists, a better option than Smartsheet's all-paid subscription plans, right? But Smartsheet is great for larger teams that require added security features thanks to its single sign-on capabilities and user and security management features. So the cool thing here is that now you have it. If you are a solopreneur, if you are a freelancer, it's just better that you go with Trello. You're not going to survive with Smartsheets. If you are a larger organization or you're a mid-sized organization, it's better that you go with Smartsheets. Now, having said that, as I said before, Smartsheet actually integrates pretty well with Trello. If you can't really decide, or for any reason you would like to use both tools for different work streams within your business plan projects, then you actually can do so because they integrate pretty well. And even if they don't integrate at the time of the time you try to integrate them, you can always go through Zapier to make sure you get that integration done. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about Smartsheet versus Trello business plan software. It was a comparative analysis. So I give you the overview, the features, the integrations, and now the recap. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.